Spider-Man Peter Parker was swinging through the towering buildings of New York as usual, enjoying the exhilarating freedom of the city's skyline. However, he had no idea that this day would become the strangest of his life. As he pursued an armed robber, a sudden burst of eerie purple light erupted from an old bookstore on the street. The glow formed a massive portal, and Peter's spider sense flared with intense warning. Before he could react, the light engulfed him entirely, pulling him into an unknown realm. When he regained consciousness, he found himself lying in a dark forest. The surrounding trees emitted a faint, eerie blue glow, and the air was thick with an unusual magical energy. He stood up and tested his body. His spider abilities were still intact, but the environment was completely unfamiliar. He tried shooting his web, only to find that some kind of energy field in the sky prevented it from attaching to anything, as it normally would. As he tried to adjust, a group of armored knights suddenly emerged, riding three-eyed giant wolves. They wielded long spears that burned with blue flames and quickly surrounded him. "Intruder from another world, surrender or perish," the lead knight commanded in a deep voice. Peter raised his hands, his mouth twitching slightly. How about we talk first?" Knights were not interested in negotiations. They launched an immediate attack. Peter quickly rolled to the side, dodging the first strike, and shot a web to yank a spear from one of the knights. However, the knight vanished in midair and reappeared behind him in an instant, delivering a powerful punch to his back. "Whoa, that's not how physics works," Peter thought in alarm, quickly somersaulting forward to evade. More knights closed in, unleashing glowing blades that slashed through the air like a storm. With no other choice, he used every ounce of agility to dodge their relentless assault. Though he couldn't swing around like in New York, his acrobatics still made him a difficult target. Just as he was looking for an escape route, an even darker presence emerged from the forest. A mysterious sorcerer, dressed in a black robe, holding a staff in hand. "An outsider from another world," the sorcerer murmured, his voice chilling. "Very well. Since you don't belong here, let me study you." Peter's spider sense blared again. He leaped into the air, trying to escape, but with a mere flick of the sorcerer's hand, black chains materialized and coiled around him, violently dragging him to the ground. He struggled, but the chains pulsed with sinister magic, making his body feel unbearably heavy, as though he had been filled with lead. "Who are you?" Peter gritted his teeth. "I am Alden, the supreme magus of this world. I control the dark arts, and you will become my experiment." Alden smirked wickedly. Peter's heart sank. This was serious trouble. He raised his staff, gathering dark energy into a massive spectral hand, which then slammed Peter into the ground. The impact created a deep crater, and Peter groaned as pain shot through his ribs. Gritting his teeth, he twisted his body, desperately trying to break free. Using every bit of strength left, he fired a web at an ancient tree adorned with glowing blue runes and yanked himself out of the shadowy grip's reach. Alden chuckled and flicked his wrist again. Countless black daggers formed in the air, hurtling toward Peter in a deadly barrage. He spun midair, dodging as best as he could, but several blades still tore through his suit, leaving bloody gashes on his arms and legs. "Oh man, this guy makes Doc Ock look like a playground bully," Peter muttered under his breath, ignoring the pain as he continued to evade. Just as Alden prepared another attack, a thunderous explosion erupted in the distance. A massive golden dragon descended from the sky, exhaling scorching flames that separated Peter and Alden. "Enough, Alden," A woman in radiant golden armor rode atop the dragon, her eyes crackling with lightning. She wielded an enormous glowing sword in one hand. Elfia! Alden narrowed his eyes. You dare interfere with my affairs? This man is under my protection, Elfia declared coldly, her sword gleaming with pure energy. Peter watched the dramatic turn of events unfold, his emotions a whirlwind. Okay, so this is a damsel saves the hero moment, he muttered to himself, realizing he had been dragged into a magical war far beyond his imagination.